While local ski areas provide healthy and enjoyable opportunities for winter enthusiasts on their slopes, they're often criticized for being energy hogs, using huge amounts of electricity to power their mountains. In 2011, Berkshire East Mountain Resort in Charlemont installed a 900 kilowatt wind turbine and moved ahead with plans to install a 500 kilowatt solar array. By doing that, they became the first ski area in the world to be 100% powered by on-site renewable energy. Producer Dave Fraser visited the mountain recently to see if their investment has paid off.
To get an idea of the mass of the tower, the best thing to do is to have us all go up and walk at the tower and actually put your hands on it and look up and to see it. You may even see it sway a little bit, but let's get over there and actually just get our hands on the tower. Well, the Power Wind turbine is about 195 feet from the base to the center of the rotor, and the blades are about 93 feet each. So it's just about under a football field as far as its height from the ground. Since the Schaefer family came in 1976, all of their energy was, of course, purchased by a supplier. And then in about 2000, 2008, the Schaefer brothers decided with their dad that they were going to purchase the ski area from their investors or buy out their investors. And that's when the decision was made around 2007, 2008 to install a turbine and a solar field. At least the initial part was the installation of the turbine. The cost was about $3 million. The payoff was scheduled to be about 5 to 7 years. And right now we're at 2018, and we're basically looking at a really good investment, not only for the environment, but for the ski area's bottom line. Running a ski area, especially one that's a four-season resort with all of the summer activities that we have, requires a lot of electrical energy. It's about 1.5 million kilowatts of electricity needed per year. The question always comes is there enough power coming from these two sources to power the ski area? And the answer is yes. As a matter of fact, on a yearly net basis, we actually produce more power than we consume, and the rest being sold to customers in the Pioneer Valley. We take the educational component of this wind turbine and solar field very seriously, and we invite elementary schools all the way through colleges, students and teachers, to come up and tour and to visit both of the sites. They're guided tours, basically to see the facilities, to have a discussion, to ask questions. Are we getting any photons now? Of course we are. How about on a cloudy day? Yeah, there's photons coming through. As long as you can see, there's photons coming through. Well, Berkshire East has both the wind turbine and the solar field. And they're symbiotic because in the evening and the night, of course, the solar field isn't working, but the wind turbine does. And there are days when the wind is below 12 miles an hour and the turbine can't generate electricity, and yet the solar field does. So they have a symbiotic relationship with each other. Had we not started this process about a decade ago, if we didn't have the turbine, if we didn't have the solar fields, what would the likelihood be of the business to sustain itself? And my thoughts are, I don't think it could sustain itself. And the reason I say that is because there are other areas that are still going under or up for sale now that didn't look into renewable energy sources. When you see a wind turbine, you can see that for miles. You can see this wind turbine all the way from Mount Monadnock in southern New Hampshire, Mount Greylock in western Mass. This has a visual impact, especially in the community when you look up and you can see that turbine. It's always there. So the question is it give off visual pollution? Is it disconcerting to some people in the community? And the answer to that is, for some it is. But for myself, the wind turbine in many ways symbolizes the responsibility that a community has toward being able to provide energy for the future without putting carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid into the atmosphere and not burning fossil fuels. So it gets to a point where maybe now we look at renewable energies, such as the ones that we have here with the wind turbine and the solar field, as being alternative energies. But I believe, maybe not in my lifetime, but in my children and my grandchildren's lifetime, these may not be considered alternative energy sources.